Every engagement party in our family playbook looked identical until this one in Aspen, Colorado. I'm Quinn Parker, 31 lead gemologist at Christie's, New York. My brother always needed the loudest toy, and tonight that toy was a 3-carat pink diamond flashing on his fiance's finger while 200 guests clapped like he'd invented fire. He grabbed the mic voice booming, "Quinn, everyone still single, still cataloging rocks for a paycheck. Come see what a real man buys his woman." The crowd roared, my father raising his glass with a smug, "That's my boy," my mother adding, "Some people settle for cubic zirconia and call it a career." I stood there in my simple black dress, pulse racing but smile locked, and answered clear, "Cute ring bro mind. If I take a closer look?" He laughed, waving me up on stage. "Sure, sis, maybe you'll learn something." My cousin Marcus slipped me a tiny nod from the sidelines as my phone buzzed text from my boss, "Outside with Aspen PD, opened the side door in 60 seconds. If your sibling ever stole your legacy to flex at a party, comment how you'd handle it. Subscribe and bell up, the cuffs are coming." I stepped onto the low stage heels, clicking once, and reached for the ring like I was just playing along. My brother unclasped it from his fiance's finger with a cocky grin and dropped it into my palm, heavy, cold, exactly the weight I remembered from Grandma's safe. I tilted it under the spotlight, voice calm. Funny, the inscription inside the band says QP forever, my initials, not hers. Gasps rippled through the front tables while my father barked, "Give it back. Quinn, stop embarrassing us." My mother rushed the steps hissing, "You're jealous, always have been. Let them have their moment." I closed my fist around the diamond and asked loud enough for the mic to catch, "So when you cracked my biometric safe last month, bro, was that just borrowing?" He laughed too fast, face twitching. "What safe? You're delusional." My cousin Marcus hit a button on his phone, and the giant screen behind the DJ lit up with freeze-frame security footage. Time-stamped my brother in a black hoodie prying the wall panel at 2:14 a.m. The crowd went dead quiet, except for my mother whispering, "Turn it off, please." My brother lunged to grab the ring, but I lifted it higher and said, "Touch me," and its assault on camera added to the grand larceny charge already filed. My phone buzzed again, my boss texting, "Side door, open officers, invest showtime." I slipped the ring into a velvet pouch, sealed it with evidence tape I'd kept in my clutch, and told the mic, "That rock on her finger, it's evidence, and you just proposed with a felony." My father's glass slipped from his hand, shattering across the stage, as 2 uniformed officers stepped through the velvet curtain. The taller officer took the pouch from my hand, initialed the chain of custody tag, and announced loud, "Aspen PD, everybody stay seated." My brother bolted left, knocking over a champagne tower, but the second officer hooked his arm mid-stride and spun him face first against the DJ booth. My boss, Ms. Harper, stepped into the floodlights, holding the original Christie's grading report and a tablet synced to headquarters. She tapped once, and the screen exploded with side-by-side photos, my safe serial number, stamped inside the prongs fluorescence pattern, unique to the 1928 mine cut. My mother screamed, "Let him go. He's just a kid," while my father shoved guests aside, yelling, "This is a mistake, we'll sue." "Ms." Harper ignored them. Voice cutting clean through the music, Quinn certified this stone. At 1.1 million last quarter, reported stolen, 33 days ago. Reward posted, felony warrant issued. The officer yanked my brother's wrist behind his back, metal cuffs clicking shut as the fiancé shrieked, "Take it off, I didn't know." My brother twisted, face red, spitting, "You set me up, you jealous bitch." I leaned to the mic, voice ice, jealous of jail time. "Enjoy the ride, little bro." My cousin Marcus killed the party lights, leaving only the screen glowing with the police case number, while guests scrambled for phones. My father dropped to his knees on broken glass, begging Quinn, "Call them off. We'll pay anything." I looked down and answered, "Too late, Dad. The insurance already paid me out. This is just the encore. The officers hauled my brother toward the exit reading rights loud enough for every influencer live stream. My brother thrashed against the cuffs, shouting, "She's lying, that ring's mine, I bought it cash." The lead officer pressed him harder against the booth and snapped, "Quiet, you have the right to remain silent, use it." My boss swiped the tablet again, and the screen flipped to a live feed from Christie's vault archives, time-stamped entry logs showing my brother's fake badge scan the night he swapped the stone for a lab replica. My mother clawed at the officer's sleeve, sobbing, "He's engaged. This will ruin the wedding," while my father waved his checkbook, yelling, "Name the price, we'll wire it now." Ms. Harper turned the volume up, letting the auction house narrator boom. Lot 47, Parker family, pink, insured $1.1 million payout processed to Quinn Parker 30 days post-theft. The fiancé ripped the replica off her finger, hurling it at my brother's feet, screaming, "You said it was real, you idiot." Guests formed a phone wall live stream titles, popping "Colorado air busted mid-proposal." My cousin Marcus killed the music entirely, dropping the venue into raw echo as the second officer bagged the real diamond with a fresh evidence sticker. I stepped off the stage, voice steady over the chaos, and told the nearest camera insurance already cut me a check for 1.1, but the criminal restitution starts at $3 million court date next week. My father lunged forward again, face purple, roaring, "You'll bankrupt us." But the officer blocked him clean and warned, "Sir, back up, or you're next." My brother's knees buckled as they dragged him past the cake table, mascara-streaked fiancé trailing behind, yelling, "I'm calling my lawyer, this is entrapment." I looked straight at my parents and said, "Entrapment is planting evidence. You raised a thief, own it." My mother threw herself between the officers, and my brother clawing at the cuffs while shrieking, "He's innocent." She framed him for insurance money. The lead officer sidestepped smooth radioing for backup, as my father grabbed my wrist hard, growling, "Drop the charges, or we're done with you forever." I twisted free and answered, "Done started the night you taught him. Safes have 4-digit birthdays, Dad." My boss tapped her tablet again, and the screen switched to the restitution filing, bold letters, reading Parker versus Parker, $3 million civil demand plus punitive hearing, Monday 9 a.m. The fiancé bolted for the exit heels, snapping, yelling over her shoulder, "Wedding's off, keep the dress." My cousin, Marcus, hit record on 3 phones at once, live feeds hitting 500,000 views before the bar even closed. My brother sagged against the officer, voice cracking, "Mom, get me a lawyer, any lawyer." My mother spun on me, mascara rivers, pleading, "Take the ring, take the money, just uncuff him in front of these people." I looked her dead in the eye and said, "These people just watched felony theft in 4K cuffs. Stay on Mom." My father tried one last bribe, whispering 500 grand under the table tonight, but Ms. Harper overheard and announced, "That's bribery of a witness recorded added to the file." Backup rolled in 2 more uniforms, flanking the doors, while guests parted like a bad movie. My brother's face hit the floor as they searched him, pulling my spare safe key from his tux pocket evidence bag, number 2 snapping shut. I signed the property receipt, pocketed the copy, and told the room, "Party's over. Felony's just beginning." The side door banged open one last time, and the rotors of the waiting Bell 407 cut the night air like a blade. My cousin Marcus steadied the step while Ms. Harper handed me the finalized restitution agreement, already countersigned by the DA. $3 million wired at Sunrise felony plea, downgraded to probation if he testifies against the fence who flipped the replica. I climbed in, buckled up, and watched my parents chase the skids across the snow, my mother slipping on ice while screaming, "Quinn, we're family." The pilot lifted us 50 feet before I keyed the headset and said, "Family doesn't pawn grandma's blood diamond for clout. Enjoy the viral bail hearing." 6 weeks later, the judge stamped the civil judgment, my brother's passport surrendered ankle bracelet blinking under his tux at the courthouse steps. My parents liquidated their Aspen condo to cover the first installment, moving into a studio above their old garage. The fiancé sued for emotional distress, but dropped it the day the ring sold at Christie's spring auction. For 1.4 proceeds, seeded into a scholarship for women in gemology my name on the plaque. My brother tried one text from county lockup. I'm sorry, can we talk? But I forwarded it straight to my attorney with instructions. Add to the restraining order file. Ms. Harper promoted me to director corner office overlooking Central Park, while cousin Marcus runs security for every high-profile sale. Never let thieves wear your legacy. Lock the safe clone. The keys install the camera, and when they flex, hit record, call the cops, then bill them for the sequel. Truth is, the hardest stone cut it clean, and it blinds them every time. Thanks for riding the rotors with me. If your family ever tried to steal your shine, comment the wildest theft you shut down. Subscribe, bell on, share the cuffs.